Hey everybody, Ryan McCaffrey with IGN alongside Miranda Sanchez. And Miranda, you had the pleasure of playing Below.
Finally.
Yeah, so first off, this is a game that was at the 2013 Xbox E3 before the Xbox One came out. We've been waiting for this game for a long, long time from Capybara. Did they tell you, is it actually coming? Is there a date? What are we looking at here?
What I got was soon, was a little dance, which I take as a better thing than them saying sometime. So potentially this year. Like, I would like to think that. I first got to play it back in 2015 at my very first E3 and fell in love. I got to play it for like 30 minutes. And going back to it again was just delightful.
Well, that's what I want to ask you about is, so this new build, what's changed? What did you play? What did you see? Why should we still be excited about this game after 5 years?
Right, so I think the biggest change was or the most visible is obviously the graphics. They're like definitely toned up. And I know there are some mild changes to combat, though since I played this many years ago, I kind of don't remember the exact details of it.
We'll forgive you that.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
Just a few years. But overall, there's something just so special about Below. Like whenever you sit down with it, what appeals me to it is that it's just this very unique game that kind of takes in like those all the elements of like dungeon exploration and is so quiet and serene that somehow it's relaxing, even though it's also immensely stressful because of course if you die, you lose your character, you lose all your stuff, and you have to start over. But that's where unlocking shortcuts comes in, and like I even got to find one of those really early on, and it was just really neat to see that. You have to do crafting. I made some soup. I made a lot of soup, and I ate food because if you don't eat, you die. And like there's just all these levels of management that seem like they'd be really stressful, but ultimately are just such a serene experience because I think the setting that they go for is just, even though it's eerie, it's just peaceful because it's like you're just hearing like these sounds of nature, like you hear rain, you hear waterfalls, you hear like these ominous creatures scuttling around, and just going on that solo adventure is still so appealing.
So maybe a little dash of Zelda, a little dash of the peaceful atmosphere of maybe a Journey.
Yeah.
With some roguelike mixed in as well, right?
Plenty of that, yes. And so I think just exploring this world is still going to be such a great adventure. And honestly, I'd rather them take the time they need to make this game what they want it to be. And I hope that now that they're showing it, because they said they didn't want to show it until they were ready to say something and like getting close to releasing it. So now that we've played it again, hopefully that means it's time.
As soon as it's got a date, and of course anything beyond that, once it comes out, we'll be all over it right here on IGN.